Election integrity is our topic now. David Becker is our guest. He's the co-author of the 2022 book, The Big Truth, Upholding Democracy in the Age of the Big Lie. He's also the founder of the Center for Election and Innovation Research. David Becker, remind viewers first what the mission is of the center and why you founded it.
Yeah, I founded the Center for Election Innovation and Research in 2016. It's a nonpartisan nonprofit, and we work with election officials all over the country, Republicans and Democrats, from Alaska to Florida, Maine to Hawaii, to help them put on elections that voters should trust and do trust, meaning that all eligible voters can vote in a process with maximum integrity.
The viewers of the Washington Journal saw this story yesterday, this op-ed that we covered, States Can Ignore Election Integrity. It was from the Washington Times. Protecting the ballot box should be a top priority in 2024. We'll get to the article, but how would you just, in general, describe the state of election integrity as we step into 2024?
Yeah, despite the disinformation, there's been a lot of disinformation over the last several years about how our elections are run. Our elections are more secure, transparent, and verified than we've ever had in American history, and that's objectively true.
Hey, Mr. Becker. Laura Loomer here. Really, I'm interested in how you're calling your conference at CEIR nonpartisan when, this is a copy of your book, you said Trump's importance lies in his capacity to do irreparable harm, his willingness to undermine or destroy faith and belief in elections. How is that nonpartisan?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for reading our book and buying copies of it. I can't appreciate it. I hope all of your viewers, please buy a copy of The Big Truth and read it. It'll really help you out. But we're very blessed with Republicans and Democrats, people who voted for Trump and didn't vote for Trump.
But the Republicans you have are people like Brad Raffensperger and people like Bill Gates, who are attacking people like Donald Trump and Carrie Lake and calling people who question the legitimacy of our elections conspiracy theorists. And so you also have people like Adrian Fontes, the Secretary of State of Arizona, who referred to Republicans as MAGA fascists. Do you think that that's nonpartisan?
There are people from all across the country.
Don't touch me, sir.
We're thrilled to have them all here.
But that's not my question.
This is from that op-ed in the Washington Times yesterday, and it brings up a couple issues about 2020 that I want you to address. The 2020 election, the authors write, was arguably the least secure in American history. Many states quickly embraced questionable and even dangerous voting practices, such as expanded absentee ballots and unmonitored drop boxes. Others allowed ballot harvesting or let the votes come in after Election Day itself. And almost every state saw a large influx of private funding for election administration, paying for voter registration and get out the vote drives in some areas, but not others. Your thoughts on some of those issues they bring up?
Well, I mean, most of that's completely false.
Please watch the live stream of our event. You can see everything that happened.
We want to talk about stolen elections, right? And I'm asking you want to talk about election integrity. Don't you think that it is a form of interference for Zuckerberg, who gave you $69.5 million? He admitted to having daily briefings with the FBI to suppress the Hunter Biden laptop story. And so you're saying that you are a nonpartisan organization. You hosted Jamie Raskin today as your keynote speaker at lunch. He is the impeachment manager. He just called for Donald Trump to have charges of seditious conspiracy brought against him. So again, please answer the question.
I answered the question multiple times, and I really am so thrilled you bought the book and read it. And I really hope all of your followers watch the live stream, which has been there.
And
it's been broadcast live on C-SPAN. And this has not been... This is an open event. Maybe people will learn about it.
Why did you resign from Eric? Is it because of your ties to George Soros and Mark Zuckerberg?
I mean, we are now sitting here almost exactly 3 years from January 6, 2021. And it seems like many of us have forgotten what it felt like to watch the events of that day just feet from where you and I sit here right now. And I remember it intensely. And I remember how it was a moment. I remember the statements from members of both the Republican and Democratic parties. I remember statements from people like Senate Leader Mitch McConnell. And he was right. We should remember that in the aftermath of those events in 2020, a majority of the United States House of Representatives, including 10 Republican members, voted to impeach President Trump, or former President Trump, for having incited an insurrection. That was the language of the articles of impeachment. And 57 members of the U.S. Senate voted to convict them. That was 10 short of the 2/3 majority necessary, but it was a majority, and it included 7 Republicans. And that conviction would have led to his disqualification for inciting insurrection.
Have a great night. Thanks.
No, I'm not done answering. I'm not done asking you questions. I'm going to be here all night. So I would like to know, if you're really above board like you say you are, why is it that you resigned from ERIC? I understand that you're the founder of ERIC, but after pressure from GOP states that dropped ERIC because it's not a proper system, as you claim, you resigned. And it's also my understanding that when you were working as an attorney for the DOJ, your superior said that you should be disbarred for unethical behavior. What makes you think that you should be interfering in our elections? What makes you think that the American people are going to believe you and
really
take your
hope
word
everyone
when you
of
say
your
that
followers
your event is
reads the book
nonpartisan?
like you did.
I read the book.
I'm by the way, I'm incredibly.
Look at all
we
these
love
notes.
selling books.
Look at all these
So
notes.
I think that's
do not
it's
tell me.
fantastic.
Do not tell me that this is a nonpartisan event.
Read the big truth.
When
by
he
David
said
Becker and
Trump's
David
importance
Becker.
lies in his capacity
And please
to
watch
do
the live
irreparable
stream.
harm, his willingness to undermine or destroy faith and belief in our elections. That sounds like a really partisan statement.